Sahaja Yoga is for making you the wisest person, the sanest person, the most generous and the most confident person in the world. Because you have to fight. You have to fight the dark ignorance of Kali Yuga, of ages which is precipitated, and today we see all the bad effects of it. Whatever you may call it. You may call it the fanaticism, you may call it the atheism, any isms of any kinds, and all these human projections which have created all those artificial webs have to be broken. But human beings on the whole believe that these artificial webs are real. So to break that, you have to also be careful that you don't break the human beings. While you are breaking their false faiths, you have to remember that those people who are carrying those false faiths are the ones who have to achieve self-realization. It's a very delicate work, it's a very hard work, it's a very harsh work, but it is the most detached work. And when we realize that we are so important, that God has blessed us with this peace, with this understanding, with these powers, it's not only for our own gain, because God is not only for you, He is for the whole world. So we have to utilize them, we have to spread them, work it out at every level. We have to become dynamic about it. But the most important thing is the responsibility of Sahaja Yoga we have to take. We are Sahaja Yogis and we are responsible for Sahaja Yoga. What have we done for Sahaja Yoga? We looked after our family, our children, our jobs, our this, our that, motor cars, our horses, our dogs, our cats. But who is responsible for Sahaja Yoga? When it comes to that point, we are responsible Sahaja Yoga. Then it works out. But there is a deliberate action also of the negative forces. And this negativity is acting through ignorant people who believe that they are right. They don't know what is waiting for their destruction there. Especially among our young people, you will find they just join any party, join any club, join any methods, any trend, anything, just because they have no understanding as to what they have to be. They have to be the spirit. I asked the other day a president of a young organization, what is your policy? He said, we have no policy. They started looking here and there, said, we have no policy. I was amazed that they have no policy. No, whatever our leaders say, we do it. So to get people out of this kind of slavery, that they have no brains of their own, they can't use their own understanding, they have to become the spirit.